everybody, this is Palace of Forest. I'm Old June. Today we are talking about the new Lawrence of Arabia. Starting in the 1970s, oil was priced in dollars, leading to a rapid rise in American national power. Recently, the young Salman announced that the oil contract priced in dollars, which have lasted for nearly 50 years, will not be renewed. This is actually a very big news, but it's not a surprise. The United States has become a major oil producer and have taken a stance opposed to Saudi Arabia. Additionally, the U.S. using dollar to sanction Russia was an unwise decision with significant repercussions. In 2000, I visited Kuwait. After getting off the plane and entering the checkpoint, I was asked about my identity and the purpose of visit. I replied, visiting clients for business. They had me wait aside. This Arab man, dressed in white robes, which seems freshly come out from laundromat, made me feel like I had returned to the era of Lawrence of Arabia. Though there were sandals without socks, showing their big toes, which reduced their elegance. I stood there for a long time as they whispered among themselves. After all the passengers from the flight had left, several men came over to question me again. I had to show them my business card and promotional brochures before they finally let me through. My manager, who was waiting outside, anxiously asked what the problem was. I said I wasn't sure. When asked about the questions they posed, I said they only asked about my business. I responded, businesswoman. And my manager said, it was a problem. Nowadays, many Russian women travel everywhere, claim to be businesswomen, which is both frustrating and amusing. Previously, I applied to visit Saudi Arabia. When I went to the consulate, the visa, the Saudi consulate asked me with whom I was traveling. What do you mean? Oh, with your father? Oh, he passed away. With your husband? Oh, I haven't found one yet. With your son? Oh, I don't have one. Then you cannot come to Saudi Arabia. They kicked me out. I was furious. Until one day in 2018, I heard about Mohammed bin Salman, a young man who graduated in law in 2007 and was appointed Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia in 2017. He abolished the restrictions on women. I was thrilled about this overdue law. Immediately, young Salman embarked on many reform initiatives. 1. In 2018, women could drive, did not have to wear black robes, and were freed from the requirement to be accompanied by their fathers, brothers, or sons. They could participate in sports, attend university, and work independently. The rights we take for granted in the 20th century came to Saudi Arabian women over 100 years late. Number 2, also October 2018, there was an international shocking murder case. A journalist of Saudi Arabian citizen, descent with U.S. citizenship, was murdered in the Saudi's consulate in Turkey. Although it was repeatedly claimed that this was not done by Salman, but by subordinates acting on their own, the truth remains unclear. This terrible news severely damaged Salman's reputation. Number 3, in 2020, facing the global COVID-19 pandemic, Salman also purged Saudi Arabia, not of the virus, but of royal relatives. Under anti-corruption reform, substantial taxes were collected from the government, rumored to be at least 400 billion or more. He detained these convicted royals in the Ritz-Carlton, a 7-star hotel. Only Saudi Arabia could manage such a grand gesture. This significantly weakened the rights and the duties of the royal family, including Salman's uncle, the former crown prince, proving that Salman is a tough character. By September 2022, Salman was appointed Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, indicating he had a truly consolidated power and was the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia at the age of 36, a young and vigorous leader. Number 4, on religion, he opened up secularism, allowing pop stars and sports celebrities to appear publicly. He promoted the mutual tolerance among the Islamic sects, Hanbali, Hanafi, Shafi, and Maliki. Even Shia representatives participated as university presidents and government officials in Saudi Arabia. On law, Salman being legal expert, based all Saudi's laws on Islamic Quran. Hence, theft is punished by hand amputation and severe crimes by beheading. Number 6, to break the curse, before the oil nobody gives a damn, after the oil nobody gives a damn. Salman is tirelessly working to develop production skills, deeply exploring the petrochemical industry, seeking China's help to build a high-tech desert Silicon Valley, creating new cities and developing desert agriculture. Moreover, he buys weapons and jets from China. The most advanced American weapons are first given to Israel, which leaves Arabs dissatisfied. Now, his news appears daily. He truly is the new Lawrence of Arabia. Saudi Arabia is the birthplace of Islam. In the 7th century, Mohammed founded Islam in Mecca. His successors unified the Arabian Peninsula and gradually established an empire spanning Eurasia, Europe, and Asia. In 750 AD, conflicts with the Tang Empire in Central Asia escalated, leading to the Battle of Taraz in present-day Kyrgyzstan. Both sides claimed to have 200,000 troops. The Tang were defeated and withdrew from Central Asia, while the Arabs also restrained themselves. Later, they were subdued by the Ottoman Empire. The Saudis' family rose in the 17th, 18th centuries, establishing a new sect, Wahhabism. The Saudi family later seized Riyadh, attacked Kuwait, annexed Al-Hassa, conquered Mecca and Medina, and took Hejaz from the Turks, establishing the first Saudi Wahhabi dynasty in 1811, which continues to this day. Mention Arabs being to mind Arabic numerals, mathematics, algebra, astronomy, and medicine. Olivia Stubbs highlighted the top 10 contributions of Muslims and Arabs in the 2010 CNN article. Surgery, coffee, spaceships, universities, algebra, optics, music, toothbrushes, crankshaft, hospitals. China's four great inventions, compass, gunpowder, paper making, and printing, were mainly spread to Europe by Arabs. During the Tang Dynasty, the luxury mansions, which villas on 3 sides and small rivers on 4 sides in Chang'an, were owned by Arab merchants. They dominated large-scale trade along the ancient Silk Road. Culture's heritage and establishment are so slow. The world is constantly at war, and the destruction happens in an instant. Humanity should truly cherish. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Ever since Britain began to set trends in the 15th century, Western suits, Western cuisine, Western education systems, and even Western governmental structures, such as parliamentary systems, where the separation of powers and one person, one vote, have been adopted wholesale around the world. In China, it is rare to see anyone wearing traditional Chinese long robes and Mandarin jackets. However, in Middle Eastern countries, especially Saudi Arabia, men exclusively wear traditional national attire. They must pull their robes with their left hands. However, Arabs do not use knives or chopsticks for eating. They use their right hands to grab food. This is similar to the customs in India and Pakistan. Saudi Arabia was established in 1930 by Ibn Saud. The succession system follows the principle of brother-to-brother succession. To date, although 6 kings have ascended to the throne, the succession has only passed through 2 generations because all 6 kings were brothers. Crown Prince Salman is the first of the 3rd generation. This brother-to-brother succession system can prevent the underage son from taking the throne or in-laws of queens from seizing power. Unlike China's system of primogeniture, Saudi Arabia has an allegiance council. The king nominates 3 candidates, and a 2/3 majority vote from the allegiance council is required for the candidate to be elected. Of course, a strong king with significant influence can sway the decision.